saying, the world's gonna end, the world's gonna end. Well, guess what? The same ending. It doesn't end. Just like a silver disc, DVD, or a Blu-ray. What comes out of UFOs? What comes out of shiny discs? A Blu-ray. Speaking of things that travel, but
ain't playing games, no, no. What's my name? Said, what's my name?
ShakaShine.
Okay.
ShakaShine.
What's goody fam? I'm coming back at it with another reaction on ShakaShine Reacts. Today, we're doing a little bit of Upchurch, and this is thought-provoking video about existence. I've been having a good time picking Upchurch's brains, so we're going to continue to do these reactions. Either way, let's get straight into it.
dude, we are flying through space on a rock.
Yep, he might have smoked a little bit before this too, but let's see how this goes.
Not only that, we're flying through a unknown area we don't know shit about on a rock.
Crazy.
We're
thoughts.
driving cars on this rock. There's people who make signs at their house and stand in the street and yell at other people who have signs in the street on the rock flying through space. Doesn't that sound weird to y'all?
It is weird. Society's weird. Humans, like, just everything about existence to be real. When you actually sit down and think about it, you get stuck in a couple rabbit holes. Let's just say that.
This other big ass rock beside us called the moon, with all these weird craters on it, and then you look at our rock we're on, it's got this big fucking huge dent in it that's like famous. And they're like, man, I wonder how that happened. I'm like, well, damn, man. You know, the moon is moving away from Earth like a certain amount of centimeters each decade. I wonder if it, like, you know, bumped into Earth one time or something. I mean, it does have a
Let's go.
ton of craters all over it, like so many you can see them from here. Yeah. And I mean, they say that, you know, the Earth used to be one huge landmass called Pangea, but one time it broke. Yeah, it broke so much they just floated thousands of miles away from each other. Man, I wonder how that happened.
I would love to have just conversations with Upchurch. Again, this is why he's doing so well in my personal opinion. He's just a genuine person.
Surely this big rock we live on that has this huge fucking dent that got broke one time and made a bunch of continents being next to this other rock called the moon that looks like it got in a fucking head-on collision. Surely that's not what happened. Yeah, a comet came and killed all the fucking big-ass lizards. P.S. If there were so many dinosaurs and dinosaurs were so humongous and people are still finding humongous dinosaur bones today, how come I've been on Earth for 30 years with friends who have backhoes who have dug pretty much half of Tennessee and we've never found one dinosaur bone? Then we got this other thing over.
I mean, it could just be because of location and stuff, but hey, I do like this. I do like being someone that questioning the narrative. You just need to watch how far you're questioning, because it can lead you down some crazy holes, some crazy rabbit holes. But I mean, you should still make sure that you don't just take what everyone tells you as the gospel, as like straight to truth, because you never know what people's motives are. So
Here we call the sun. It's actually a star, but they call it the sun. And they say there's more stars everywhere, but we don't see those. No, it's these little tiny ass blinking dots in the sky. I don't know what they are. I've never been there. Have you? I'm gonna guess no, because the last time we went to the moon was when Elvis was walking the earth eating.
I do wonder why we haven't gone back, especially since technology has advanced so much and we are trying to do so much other stuff, but not even go back and learn even more about where we've already been before. So I'm just saying.
Peanut butter and banana sandwiches. So I'm gonna guess no. Psst, P.S.
And if you know why, please inform me, teach me, put it in the comments.
All you young kids who don't know who Elvis is, it was a long ass time ago. Okay, 1972 to be exact. I mean, shit, speaking of space, think of the word space. When we use the word space on Earth, it is an area that has nothing existing in it. So for someone to get in the comments and be like, oh, I cannot believe you. I Googled space and this is what I found. I don't give a what you Googled, okay? The smartest people in the world have been building the damn telescope called the James Webb Telescope since 1991. It costs about $40 billion. Do you know why they're building it? To study space, because they don't know what it is yet.
I mean, he's not wrong.
And it's things.
They understand a very minimal part, and we don't even know how little we understand because we don't know how much there is to know. So,
like that make me wonder. I mean, how can you not? Like, dude, these UFOs, all right? Answer me this. Why are all these UFOs like different shapes and different colors and like, why are they all different? What else, who else has different vehicles, bunches of them, that all do the same thing? We do, fool.
I mean, yeah, I do want to wonder too, why is the UFO videos always so blurry and pixelated? Like we have 4K phones that can record 4K 60 frames a second in your pocket, and we're still getting extremely pixelated UFO videos. Like, can we figure that out, please?
I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, but who's to say that's not their Dodge, Ford, Chevy, whatever the fuck else? They all just drive different ones based off preference like we do. Well, with that similarity, then there's a chance that the idea of an alien and UFOs could have been created by humans. Or they could be a very distant, evolved version of us. I mean, we do live in the same space.
Facts. Hey, Upchurch, if you watching this and you ever want to have these conversations, you can always hit me up. I'd love to have one of these conversations with you. I'm just saying. So if you want to see that too, as someone viewing, put it in the comments, and make sure you slide over to Upchurch and put it in his comments as well. He already subscribed to the channel. So if we get enough comments, we might be able to make it happen. And I know y'all go hard because his fan base be going hard. Creek Squad goes hard.
And there could be possibilities for both those theories. I mean, if they were created by us and our idea, that would explain why they only pop up at military bases. I mean, hello. But what if the idea of aliens flying in space was created by us to make us think they're real because what they're flying in is not real? I mean, what scares your little human brain more? The thought of aliens with futuristic weapons coming here, or a blank area with nothing existing in it? Because if space is
for real
non-existent, that means you were created in a non-existent place by something that exists for you to be pre-existing and post-existing. Your existence is made by something that pre-existed.
I really want to know what sparked this whole thing. Like, I really need to know what sparked this whole thing. For the people that have been asking as well, how do you skip the line? You can always skip the line by hitting me with the donation links right underneath the like button, and I'll make sure I get your reaction out within 72 hours. So let's keep it going.
Produce future existence. Yeah. How much of that blunt you done smoked, buddy? Like a DVD being watched over and over and over. When the DVD's over, it just fucking restarts. Same ending every time. And when you're watching a movie, you remember your favorite parts, right? So you remember them next time before they happen. Kind of like deja vu in real life. Look how many
I will say, I've had some pretty weird deja vus. If you guys have some dope deja vu stories, please let me know. Put it in the comments again. I've been having a good time having discussions with y'all in the comments. So yeah, I would love to hear some deja vu stories.
generations have been saying, the world's gonna end, the world's gonna end. Well, guess what? The same ending. It doesn't end. Just like a silver disc, DVD, or a Blu-ray. What comes out of UFOs? What comes out of shiny discs? A Blu-ray. Speaking of things that travel because of the shaped circle, let's go back to the vehicle similarity thing from earlier, right? If aliens were real, and one was here, what would be a funny joke to an alien? Putting a prehistoric vehicle in space to fly around like the new ones. What did Elon Musk do? He put a car in space. With what? A song about space, continuously playing over and over.
I mean, that's facts. Which, I'm going to be 100%, that's a ridiculous use of resources. So, we have people starving, and we're deciding, people are have enough money to decide to, instead of helping people, let's just shoot a car into space. Like, what?
Oh my God, Elon Musk, you genius. It's a pun getting spun by the sun for fun. Holy shit. Elon Musk, you are so funny. It's a space analogy made with basic gravity so the aliens can laugh and see. Oh my God. Eminem helped you, didn't he? The song that's playing in the
Again, love to have a conversation with Upchurch like this.
or over and over and over is space.
And if you're messing with this and enjoying this, please make sure to hit that like, that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel, and I really do appreciate it. So let's keep it going.
Oddity by David Bowie. And if you listen to the song, it's kind of like a message to something. I mean, it acknowledges the song. My perception was, it's a guy who is wondering, and in the song, God does get acknowledged,
Okay.
but it also acknowledges that there's like silly rules that weren't created by God on earth now. And pretty much the guy in the song who is,
I mean, people's interpretations, which actually I think that he is right on this one. But let's keep it going.
floating away from earth. It's not so much that he's actually floating away, at least to me, but more so floating away mentally because society is destroying itself. And there's nothing it can do. So he's searching for people like him, which is probably what Elon Musk feels like living here on Earth today in today's society. Yeah, that's what I get from it. If aliens are
I mean, he probably does, to be honest.
real, then what is the purpose? What's the meaning? What's the link between us and them? So the further you go out in space, the quicker time is on Earth than it is where you're at, being so far away.
Yeah.
So if time exists on our planet, but out there time is very, very different to the point to where it's almost non-existent,
Yeah.
then that would mean they are future us.
Yeah.
And the reason
I mean, depending on your interpretation, yeah.
they might be coming back and people see UFOs and they're in different vehicles and different UFOs, different shape ones, different color ones. And when people get abducted by aliens, what happens? They get picked up, but they get what? Dropped off. They always come back. They're always here to tell the story. Maybe because
Or maybe we only think that because if they never come back, there's no one there to tell the story. I'm just saying, let's go.
in the future you can pay to see your past. I mean, look at now. We go to museums to look at our past. We have photos, and look at time. If time started with black and white photos with all the powder to what we have now, iPhones that see as good as your eye, who's
Exactly.
to say they're not paying to see their past? Like we pay to see our past now in museums.
That would be insane. I would actually love to do that because it would probably be a way clearer image than what you actually remember,
What if we're just a time capsule, since we're, the only thing where time is a thing, really? What if we're a time capsule of a prehistoric DNA strand of them? You know how crazy it would be to be able to fly to a fucking planet and be like, holy shit, here's my great whatever in real time right here.
That would be insane.
Walking around, making his own decisions. Holy shit, this is a full-on reenactment. Reincarnated. And if that is the case, they made it when they were in a good mood and felt good about it. If that's the case. Because it's designed like a battery. You know how people say they have out-of-body?
This is probably why Upchurch actually has such good and outlandish skits and music. Well, not his music is not outlandish, but like his skits are kind of out there but really funny. And I think it's just because he sits down and have these kind of thoughts straight up, and he expresses it not only through his music but just through himself genuinely. So
Experiences, but what's in our body that is non-existent? Personality, character, soul, right? There's the energy. If the earth is our battery, it's firing. You got the sun, got the moon to weigh it out. It's spinning just like an engine does. Hell, you even got your big bodies of water acting as your radiator to keep shit cool. What more do you need?
I mean, that is kind of facts.
Now look at the earth. It has more positive